just growing. But when we were kids, we couldn't say our feelings. And not only that, if your parents also didn't let you feel their feelings because they also felt feelings, but wouldn't say what they felt, you had to start holding their feelings. You started getting masterful at holding their feelings so you didn't get hurt. So you'd hold your dad's feelings so you don't get spanked or abandoned or yelled at or whatever. And we start just holding everyone's feelings. And now we think it's good to be in service to the world and be in service to others, but many of us don't know you've got to connect to yourself first, because what you're actually doing is people-pleasing and calling it being in service to others. And a lot of people have done this kind of equivalent of taking everyone else's feelings and holding those feelings and stacking up. It's almost like you got everyone else's clothes and you don't even know what you're wearing. You have no idea what you feel. And almost when I look at almost every client, they talk in this way where it's just like, well, they won't like it if I do that thing. That's what I am. And my ex will complain and my mother-in-law will be mad, my parents will be, and you start to realize these people don't even know there's a them. You don't even know there's a them. So this thing that we look like we're in service to others is nice, but almost everyone I know that's an empath is really depleted. Their cup is empty and they're in service to others. Believe it or not out of service, they think it is, but it's actually an addiction. To me, an addiction is when you do something in order to not feel the truth of what's trying to call to you. It's not just alcohol and drugs. It's anything that distracts you from your soul, and your soul is trying to talk to you 24/7. That's why I love Alex Ferrari. I mean, he put this whole thing, it blows my mind too, because I asked him a question the other day about who he uses for web development, who he's like, that's him. It's just him. Like, I got 87 assistants just to go pee, and Alex is running this whole thing by himself. I mean, this is all Alex, I think, and his wife, right? It's just amazing. So it's amazing because you're here, and one of the things I think that's happening this time is empaths who've been holding other people's stuff their whole life are starting to be forced in this time. Their consciousness is so high, they actually have to weirdly give people back their feelings by honoring their true self. And a lot of times when we're holding other people's feelings, you're going to attract a taker. If you're a people pleaser, you're going to attract a taker if you're not doing this type of work. Very often the people that hold space for other people are holding their feelings, but the people they're holding are not having to feel their feelings and learn and grow and do their own inner work because you're holding it, right? You notice those people whose feelings you're feeling all the time and holding, you notice they're not here. You notice everyone in here, think of a person whose feelings you're constantly holding, they're not doing this type of work. They're not working on themselves. Why bother? You're holding them. I see all your husbands right now in your arms that are on, watching the game and don't care about this airy-fairy crap that you're doing. But you're literally holding, like, I didn't laugh, not everyone. It's not everyone's husband, it's his wife. But I'm just saying. But we're holding everyone else's, so why are they even leveraged to change? You'll be right there. You're always there. There's no reason for them to have to change. You got them, right? So when we finally start following our calling, it's a crazy experience. You can even think of things you want to do right now, and you can think someone might be upset with you about it. And you know why you feel that? You even feel scared. That's because you literally are feeling their feelings. You can actually feel they'll be mad. They'll be upset. You get what I'm saying? You can feel that feeling that person won't like this or whatever. That's because you know what they feel, because you're feeling it. They don't even know they feel it. You do, right? So what is happening right now is what I like to think of as like people that are caterpillars are being forced to turn into butterflies. And the way they're doing it is by letting go of everything that's not theirs. So starting the process of giving that back to them. And I see you guys as butterflies. I actually see most people now that are in audiences like this as butterflies that don't quite know they're butterflies. You're on the butterfly side, and maybe some of you do know you're butterflies. Maybe a lot of you know, but a lot of times you'll have people that are butterflies, but they don't quite know they're butterflies. So they're going, and I don't mean this in a condescending way, but what do the caterpillars think? Will they be upset with it? Now remember, if a butterfly and a caterpillar hang out, that wasn't even a punchline, but thank you so much. I'll have to watch the video and what happens. Is my fly open? And I looked, I tricked myself, was it? Thank you. I got a lot of setups coming up later, too. But a lot of people got to take in that if a butterfly hangs out with a caterpillar, they can only go at the pace of the caterpillar, because the caterpillar can't fly, right? And I know my job is to hold a space for butterflies to be allowed to be butterflies. That's my job. I don't shift caterpillars. In other words, what I mean by that is I don't talk people who don't believe in this crap into believing in this crap. You know why? Because it's way too heavy for me.
Right.
It's too heavy because I want to stand outside the ditch and help anyone that's fully pulling themselves up and be a space, but I don't want to go into the ditch. And a lot of people want to pull me into the ditch, right? And this is so important because you are so connected. And when you are allowing the actual connection of what you are, stuff just happens so magically. Like you're just so awesome and so incredible. And, we're just here to be what we are.